Good evening, YouTube. This is MTP Flyers, and tonight I have the Otterbox Commuter Series for the iPad. I want to thank everybody over at Otterbox for sending this out for review, and I've heard good things about this, and I'm pretty excited to try it out. So, let's get into it. Pretty strong and sturdy case from what I've seen. And I've actually had this for a couple days now, and I don't know what's making me wait to get this going. What was that? Oh, the lights seem much whiter. Sorry, that was a real bad segue. I got brand new lights, and the video for that is coming up, but I wanted to do an unboxing for this just to test it out to see how it looks, and as far as all that goes. Do have 3 lights, and that's coming up, guys, so I hope you like it. As far as I'm concerned, it's a heck of a lot better than what I had, so you guys will see what's going on with that. So back to the Otterbox. They give you a nice little packet here that includes a screen shield, a microfiber, and a big ass squeegee to put it on. And this is actually a rather, actually it's cardboard, not even a squeegee. It's a, big thick cardboard. I like the rubberized install shields that they have, the smaller ones that they have for spec, I believe it is. But we'll have to try this one out. But I do have a screen shield on there now, so we'll go ahead and put that off to the side. It looks like it might be an anti-glare too. I have to rethink that, try that out. So we'll see. Let's put that off to the side here. This is a 2-piece case. It has a silicone rubber that goes on the inside, and then of course your protective outside, just like the Otterbox Commuter Series as it is. So I did clean off the iPad. It's all ready to go. And just going to slide everything in here. Obviously, just work it around the corners, and it seems fairly easy. Oh yeah, it's definitely stretchable. You can just stretch it out over the top. And because of the design of the hard shell, the bottom is completely open when you're doing that. So you just make sure everything is lined up here. There is plugs for the headphones. There is a button for the on-off switch or the sleep-wake button. You do have rocker panel style for your buttons on here, and then of course you have full access to your orientation switch on there. So let's go ahead and just work that the rest of the way on, get that nice and straight. Seems like we're set. So let's go ahead, put this down, and then we'll take the shell, and I guess the easiest thing would be to do the top first. To pop that on, and like I said, you got to be careful when you're doing this because everything's got to slide through on here, and you got to work it on. Things get pinched as you're trying to do this, so this does pinch up at the top here. So let's go ahead and pull the piece through. Ah, there we go. You pull that piece through, that makes it much easier for you to work that around, and you snap it on the sides. And then of course your bottom piece does pull out here, come off actually altogether. So why don't we take that off for the purpose of this, which actually it was taped. I probably should have took those off to start. I apologize. Remember that. And you do have a full piece that goes across the bottom here. So you want to be careful when you bring that over. As a matter of fact, you probably want to do the bottom first, as I'm seeing that now.
Read the directions, George. Read the directions.
Pull that out. If I would have read the directions, I'm sure I would have said put the bottom on. Actually, I'm going to stop this here real quick, guys. Notice by my left hand and on the right side there that you have the 2 little runners going on. These are actually a part of the piece behind the plastic piece. So you'll notice in a few minutes the left side doesn't line up all that properly. And I did fix it after the video, so I just wanted to let you guys know now. Not a product defect, it is an installer defect. See you! First. So, let's slide that over. Same thing, you're still going to have to work the corners in here and work the sides because the silicone piece is at your mercy trying to slide that on. So, That's much better. And then of course the top is more of a slide over. So if you kind of
read the directions.
If you push the headphone
Michael,
jack
this
in,
is your conscience.
boy, that's really tough to get that over that.
You stupid. How many times do I have to interrupt this video?
Pin it down.
Just read the directions. Stop.
And work it over.
Just
the button, maybe?
Put it down. Come on.
So I thought if you put that headphone jack all the way in, it would allow you to...
Why am I here other than to tell you what to do?
That's a little
if you
difficult.
keep doing this, you're going to snap off the top.
Same thing with the sleep awake button.
No,
you have to
it's
kind
still not working.
Push it in there.
No.
And then work that out.
Wait.
See, that's good, but I am not having any luck
Read the directions.
with this. Let's take a look
Read the directions.
and see exactly what they say.
Yay! He read the directions.
That's very important, I guess.
Woohoo! My job is done here.
Silicone on, and then put the bottom piece on first, and then snap around the sides, and then you actually pull the headphone jack through first when you're doing that. So, good tips from Otterbox if I were to pay attention to what I'm doing. So, let's peel that off. You're going to take your headphone jack and you're actually going to feed it through there and pull that up before you start pushing the top on. And if I took the button off here at the back, there we go. So what you'll do is you'll actually feed that through like so, and then you're able to pop that right on. So how easy that was. So before you even work the sleep awake button over here, which is going on and off like crazy as I get it set, you feed that through first and then you're set. So that's actually much easier than I set it up. So you work all the pieces on. The back actually needs to pop into place because the silicone is out of place a little bit here. So let's pull that out. Push it back down, and I don't like the way that that's fitting on there. It's a little bit off. You see that? How it's just gapping right there? Because that actually is just a piece around the corner, and you can see that it's flaring out a little bit, and that's from this. So we'll have to try that and work that out a little bit later. It's not fitting as well as I'd like it to, but that might have something to do with the way I was working it on there and not getting it properly seated before I did the top. So there it is. I had to struggle a little bit to get that done, but once you do have it on, the sleep awake button, no problems whatsoever pushing that to get that set up. And of course the orientation switch is easy to get to with your thumb or your finger. Volume rockers, no problems doing that. Nice and responsive. Easy to the touch, not too difficult. Your bottom is completely open to your home button. Of course, your speakers are open, but you do have that piece here for the docking. As a matter of fact, what did I do with the dock? I had it here a second ago. Oh, go back in here real quick. I'll show this to you guys since we have it. And you have the ability to do that. As I went over the other buttons before, let's go ahead. This bottom piece does slide off specifically for docking. And because the dock gives you no room whatsoever other than to slide a naked iPad on, you are hooked up and you are actually able to set that up if you have this. And of course, you know, just for general docking, because this is completely solid at the bottom, which gives you your added protection. And I like that because you can still see your Apple logo, and that plastic piece on the hard cover here keeps it covered so it does not get scratched. Like it. Little issues down here at the corner. I'm going to have to try that out for the review. It just feels like it sits higher over here. You guys can see that on there. Little bit of a lip. Over here it's nice and smooth. but I'm sure that's just the way I'm seating it on here. I probably need to work that in a little bit better to be able to have that sit a little lower. So we'll take that apart and I'll check it out off camera. So guys, the Otterbox Commuter Series for the iPad, very nice so far. We'll go ahead and give it a run for a couple days, and I will let you guys know what I think. And you know what, when we come back, I might do the install of this just to see how it works out. I've had this other one on here for a while, and see what I think, and we can give it a full rating. So guys, for Otterbox, this is MTP Flyers and my new lights. I hope you guys like it. You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. See ya!